What do you think this means for Jimmy Garoppolo? They've said he's still their quarterback. And if they take Trey Lance, it may be in their interest to hold on to Jimmy Garoppolo one more year because it's a veteran team. He's a veteran quarterback, and a rookie's never won a Super Bowl. Also, they don't need the cap space now. They need it next year because everyone's signed. What do you think is the play here with Jimmy? Well,
I think the play is they're going to try and tell everybody that he's the guy and he's going to stick around and tutor whoever they're going to pick for as long as they can to try to puff up any possible value out of him to try and get something from the Patriots, because otherwise they're going to have to cut him. And it's pretty clear he's not going to be around. The writing's on the wall. It's been on the wall since the end of the season. You know that, Grant. He's not. He's just not going to be the guy. This proves it. So
when he didn't come back for those final 2 games at the end of the season, I think it was pretty clear.
Yeah. So I think the future for him is he's getting cut or traded for a 5th-round pick or something.
Wow, 5th-round pick. Well, maybe that's the best they can do, but I still think there's a possibility they keep him for one more year just for the sake of it. But eventually they're probably going to have to cut him. I don't know if they're ever going to be able to really trade him for much. Maybe they will. I don't know.
Does that work in reality in the locker room and stuff, you think?
It's a good point. It's a good question. I wonder, though, how many people he has in his corner after he didn't come back for the last 2 games. I wonder – I'm not saying they think he's a malingerer, but they might wonder, like, hey, where are you, man? They might wonder. I don't know. It might be a mystery. I wonder how much they all even know him.
Yeah. The other thing to think about, something that you often talk about is the ramifications. Usually I'm not the guy who wants to talk about the 2025 salary cap. I hate that crap. Usually.
Of course.
Drafting a rookie quarterback, what does that do? It gets us under what's the magic number? 13%, 14%?
Oh my God. Oh yeah. You're way, way below that. Now you're down at like 3%, 4%. It's where you want to be. I'm actually quite impressed that the Niners did something this bold and position themselves to have a cheap quarterback for the next half.
So why not go sign Jadeveon Clowney then? Go sign Jadeveon Clowney right now. You have the extra money.
Absolutely. And one way or another, they can make those moves either this year or next year. Because they're going to be whenever they get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, they're going to be saving $20-something million, and that's going to go toward multiple players, and that's going to make the team a lot better. So that's good. Eric says, I've heard that they might move up to 2nd to get Wilson and have to give up Fred Warner to swap picks.
What?
I don't think so. Again, if you look at the trade value chart, the difference between the 2nd pick and the 3rd pick is 400 points, and that's the equivalent of about a mid-2. That is not the equivalent of Fred Warner. No, I think they could get him by just trading the 2nd-round pick now this year. I think could do it. That would be a fair trade for just a 1-pick move up.
We just got to figure out who the guy is, because obviously they don't make this move unless they know who they want. I don't think it comes down to, we'll take any of these 3 guys. I think they have zeroed in on a target, and we're just going to have to spend some time figuring it out, because I do think it's kind of odd. I don't know about you, Grant. This is kind of early to make this move.
I think it is kind of early, but I think it's so clear that Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson are going 1-2 that they felt if they get to 3, they'll know exactly who will be available, and they can sort of have control of the draft in that sense, and maybe even get up to 2. You bring up Ohio State all the time when it comes to Fields, but if somebody bring up Bama quarterbacks past, you think it's unfair? No, it's true. It's true. It's really true. Yep, that's a good point. I guess what I see from Fields is a guy who in terms of the mental part of the game, it seems like he has a long way to go. Not that he's stupid. I think it's an Ohio State thing. I don't think they prepare quarterbacks mentally or physically for the NFL. They give them a good supporting cast and a good college offense, and they rack up a ton of numbers. But they're not teaching them how to quickly move through progressions or read defenses, and they're not teaching them how to throw. They're not teaching them how to throw. They're just like, do whatever. And I think what I see from Mac Jones is a guy who's at least refined, who's at least, been schooled up.
Breaking news, Mac Jones has a 32-inch vertical. He's not dunking. Okay, thanks, comment section.
That's funny. All right, so we're doing our best to speculate here. We have no idea what the Niners are going to do. They're going to speak on Monday, and they're probably not going to really reveal much.
Right, the Monday press conference. How strange was that they scheduled that before they did this?
Amazing timing. It's almost like they saw this coming.